I wouldn't be so quick to cross out that first part of it. You never know. It gets wild on these bachelor parties.
Withrow did leave us with his top college football games of the week, which
Prepare. I always have to put out a warning before this graphic goes up.
Yeah.
That if you're prone to seizures, you might want to look away or at least squint.
Well, for he gave us 10 games, his top 5, and then he gives some bonus.
He likes to call it 9.
Right, 9, but it's 10. It's 10. It is 10 this week. A lot of SEC matchups for him as well. Florida, Kentucky, his 5th best game to watch. I'm right there with him on that. I cannot wait to see this game. 6 o'clock Eastern on ESPN. It's a triple header of SEC games on ESPN. Michigan and Wisconsin, and what is a solid matchup in the Big Ten. Michigan did not play well in the second half against Rutgers last week. Meanwhile, Wisconsin was outscored 31-3 in what was a close game to Notre Dame until the 31-3 fourth quarter. That game is at noon on Fox. Cincinnati, Notre Dame. We had Bobby Carpenter on the show earlier. He told you this game right here will have the most impact on the college football playoff if Cincinnati can win. That is a signature win on what could be an unbeaten season for a non-Power 5.
Are you feeling it?
I do.
Cincinnati, I'm not feeling it.
Cincy has tons of speed on the outside. Big playmakers. Put the ball in their hands. They can win this game. This is a tight one, though, on NBC.
I want it, but I don't feel it.
And then the top games of the week are in the Southeastern Conference. Arkansas has won all 4 games by double digits. They face an elite Georgia Bulldogs squad tomorrow at noon on ESPN. Can't wait for this kickoff. Can Arkansas shock us all? We're all buying into the style of play and their mentality and their identity. But Georgia is known for the same. This is old school against old school. This is going to be a battle. And I wonder if this is where Georgia truly spikes the football, so to speak, on how elite they really are, especially on defense. And then the number one game, the game I'll be attending and we'll be previewing tomorrow in Tuscaloosa for Outkick the Tailgate, presented by Farmfolio. Ole Miss and Alabama, the 2:30 Central kickoff on CBS. Chad Withrow joins us from Arizona. Chad, I'm with you on these top games of the week, man. I think you nailed it.
No, I appreciate that. And good to see you guys, by the way. Got a couple palm trees behind me, so life is good.
It's coming right out of your head.
Yeah, none of those games. You notice the state of Arizona not featured any of those top games, but certainly the top lifestyle out here with people. So this is terrific. Looking forward to a big weekend.
I don't know. We've hit some themes this week. Hutton's big on the Titans have to storm the Jets and
slap them around.
Slap them around. I just seeing it again here, like the top 2 games, and everybody's fired up, and the collective point spread is 32.5.
Name 2 better games.
I'm not saying they're better games. I'm just saying it's weird that everybody's so up for these games that if they play to what Vegas says, will end both with 2 touchdown scores.
Well, the excitement is not in the point spreads. The excitement is in Alabama and Georgia being the 2 elite teams so far this season. And now we get to see if Arkansas and Ole Miss are really good, but are they great? I think that's the intrigue of these games, and the atmosphere around both them are going to be incredible. That's what people really want to see. Now, look, I'm spoiler alert, but I'm taking Alabama to cover. I think Arkansas keeps it closer with Georgia, but that's an 18-point spread also. But I think, Paul, the biggest thing with these games, it's not necessarily that we know they're going to be really close. It's that we are hoping they are really close, because people want to hope that maybe Alabama and Georgia aren't light years better than the rest of the country. And I think we get a small sample of seeing if that's true or not tomorrow.
I share the hope, and I hope they're interesting in the fourth quarter. I fear they won't be, and that the Cincinnati game is the game of the week. And I'm not so sure about that one. I want Cincinnati to break through against Notre Dame. I really do. But,
Michigan, Wisconsin should also be a solid matchup, but it's just not going to receive the same intrigue as you have the top of the
it's not as high flying, right?
Yeah. Chad, I know you're about to go on a hike later this afternoon.
What's the hydration situation?
You should be well prepared after that flight to Scottsdale last night.
Yeah, it was bumpiest flight of my life, boys. Probably a bad omen for this bachelor party. That's a great graphic.
Oh, so good. Take a shot of that.
I wouldn't be so quick to cross out that first part of it. You never know. It gets wild on these bachelor parties. Who knows what's going to happen?
For those listening,
But no,
it says
we're,
intent on hiking Brokeback Mountain instead of Camelback
That's
Mountain. Go
crossed
continue,
out.
Chad.
There's been some jokes. There's been a few Jake Gyllenhaal, Heath Ledger jokes amongst our crew also. But yeah, bumpy flight coming in last night. Bumpiest flight I've ever been a part of. Even one of those flights where there are a few people screamed when the bumps were so bad on the descent into Phoenix. But it's a beautiful
Like a
setting
roller coaster
out here, and looking forward to watching some football and hiking that mountain. I will say, I joked about it, but I have a very large bottle of water that I'll be taking with me on this hike.
Awesome.
And I don't know if you guys I can maybe direct it that way, but
Is that a golf course or a pool?
Camelback Mountain's right over there. We have a putting green next to our pool. So that was a putting green that you saw.
Did anyone reach for the I don't even know if there are vomit bags in the back of the seats on planes anymore.
Yeah, they're there.
Did anyone reach for those while they were screaming last night?
No, that did not happen. But an idea for a future primary complaint probably next week happened for me with the person sitting next to me. It was a full flight. And at some point, we have to get into the person who brings nothing on a 4-hour flight to read, to watch, anything else.
Ronnie, the limo driver, does that. He just
These
sits.
people are psychopaths. This
Yeah,
person just sat and stared for 4 hours with nothing, no computer, no iPad, no phone, no book, no magazine, nothing. Psychopaths.
That's
these
exactly
people.
what they say
I'll
about
get into
Ronnie
that.
the limo driver, that he's a psychopath. I think the sunglasses look fantastic, by the way. They're doing their job.
Thank you. So no need to go buy 4 pair of $15 sunglasses.
No,
you're
only
saying,
when you
Paul?
lose, only after you lose those in a few hours on the mountain.
Hopefully that doesn't happen.
The
Hopefully that does not happen.
sunset stroll on Camelback Mountain for Chad Withrow later this evening.
So beautiful.
He joins us early afternoon out in Scottsdale, Arizona. Go ahead.
A big shout out to Paxton, who you'll see on Outkick the Tailgate tomorrow, who lived out here at one point, who hooked us up with a reservation for dinner tonight with a connection.
Where are
she
we
had
going?
out in Scottsdale. So thanks
Nice.
to her.
Where-
We're going to one of the Maestro restaurants. Maestro is a big name, a big restaurateur here in the desert, and owns multiple restaurants. But we're going to Ocean 44, a seafood restaurant tonight. So I'll tell you boys all about it when I get back.
When in the desert.
If we
Eat
were there,
seafood.
we'd be going to Ocean 45.
Hey,
Well,
give us
right.
your
Spoiler alert, by the way. I will be having the swordfish.
There you go.
I will have the swordfish.
You absolutely must. Give us your ranking here. New Orleans bachelor party, just the start of it, to Scottsdale, Arizona bachelor party, and the intrigue and the build-up for this trip.
Well, has Hutton's friend arrived, had a bunch of ketchup, and thrown up yet?
No, that has not happened. I will say the energy level and intensity of the New Orleans trip off the charts to start. This one I didn't get here till 10 o'clock local time, and probably stayed up next to the pool and had some drinks and talked until 1 a.m. I was up at 6 a.m. this morning because I can't sleep past 7 or 8, and it was 8 a.m. Central Time at that point, so I got
Terrible
up.
start.
So it's off to a much slower pace on this trip. I think it's probably going to pick up
Oh, yeah.
sometime
so.
around Brokeback. I mean,